All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from Austin, Texas. My name's Will DeFries. To my left, David Ruff.
I did something on the way to work today that it seemed like the right thing to do, but I don't know if it was the prudent thing to do. 2 lanes coming northbound, Menchaca. Some call it Manchac. It's Menchaca to me. School bus, not a school bus, a city bus parked on the right side, picking people up. The woman in the vehicle got stuck behind, and I'm in the left lane, so I slowed down to let her in.
What a guy.
I give her a wave, and there are cars behind me. That's a big part of this. Wave her on. She hesitates, and like by that point, like it's like a real stop go. Like if I go, she might go. So I let her go, and I immediately looked in my rearview mirror, and there's a line of cars slowing down.
I would have been cursing you out from the comfort of my driver's seat. I would have been like, "What's this fucking guy doing, letting the idiot behind the bus in? That's her fault."
Yeah. I guess it's just me being a gent.
That's a nice guy move.
Good sir.
That's a nice guy move to her, but like everyone else is cursing you out.
I'm giving you just a fat eye roll. I'm like, oh, this fucking guy.
I also think the people that are like actively trying to get out from behind the buses are some of the more dangerous people on the road because they'll do anything to not wait that extra 30 seconds.
It's so frustrating because the people at the back of the line, they get first chance to get out there.
Yeah, they do.
And so if you're at the front, if you're right behind the bus, you got to wait for the bus.
That's what I talked to, and I'm glad you brought this up, Dave, because I talked to Sally a lot about this. Sally's an overall good driver. One thing that I would like her to work on is her lane management.
Okay.
She doesn't have any idea when there's going to be a lane that slows down because of a bus, because of a turning lane, because of this. And I'm like, Sally, we could be moving good right now.
If you're directly behind a bus and you know that they're going to be stopping, because buses be stopping, the savvy veteran move is to leave a nice lag between you and the bus. So when they do hit those lights, and they pull over, you just whip it over real quick and whip around them. You know? Don't let them don't give them a chance to trap you in there.
What do they call the lane? Not the turn lane, but not the lane that you'd be making a right-hand turn out of. What's the other lane? Is there a name for that?
Wait, describe this lane.
Like you have your turn lane and you have your lane that the bus would be in. What is the lane in between that?
Left lane? I don't know. Yeah.
If there's a turn lane, I just stick in that lane the entire time next to the turn lane because I know that nobody's going to be turning in front of me, and I can just be nuking.
I'm trying to bus. I'm trying to drive. It's a play on the drop.
The lag daddy himself, Dylan Shivery, ladies and gentlemen.
The people have been talking about it, and so I listened, and so I have decided to introduce another mug into the rotation. Of course, this is the Sour Patch Kids mug from our friend Shelby, and it's sick. It's pretty sick. However, it's not the easiest mug to drink from.
Yeah, the ridges at the top.
The ridges aren't ideal. There's not like an obvious place to put your mouth. I mean, you could just find a ridge, but like it doesn't hit like a normal mug does. But it's a fantastic mug.
Pretend you're chest lugeing.
It's not. It's a little different.
No,
I'll burn myself to chest luge.
We almost had a chest luge moment around the studio recently.
Can you explain?
Yeah, but I think we're going to need someone else to help explain.
Anyway.
Today we're going to welcome producer Randy onto the program.
Shelby, thank you again for this great mug. And shout out Sour Patch Kids. That's free pub.
Can you dedicate yourself to being the Tim Taylor of podcast mugs?
Yeah.
Because you have an opportunity to do that.
Just wait, bitch. Watch what's going to happen. Next time this camera's on me, there will be a new mug.
Yeah, this is what people tune in for, man. Just kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Randy, so everyone knows about Meme Town. It's the most talked about meeting in the media landscape as it currently stands. We have investors contacting us all the time, being like, "Can we get in on Meme Town? Can we get a live recording of Meme Town?" And Randy, you had a meme that you submitted the other day that people immediately started to bully you for. And somebody even went as far to say that this could be our chest luge.
You said that. I'm going to pull it up here and put it on the screen because I don't understand why we think we're too good for content around here. But,
explain to the folks.
Here we go.
Is that what we think?
It's a picture of Taylor Swift looking quite happy, and it says, "When I see a dog at the bar," and I knew that this would get millions, possibly billions of shares, but at what cost? People are just too good for content.
Here's my concern.
Thing, though. The context in which you delivered this meme made it like not seem like a good play for us because you dropped 1,000 of them at once.
No. I dropped those afterwards once I started getting crap.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull up all the rest since I started getting
This
crap.
one plays. I don't hate that.
Thank you.
No, my
Thank
issue
you.
with it. My issue with this
It's
one
not good.
actually has less to do with the caption and more to do with the fact that it's just an evergreen photo of Taylor Swift looking happy.
Oh, it's not a current one.
If this was a current photo of her doing something in some viral moment at the Eras tour, then that changes things.
That
Fair
photo is
enough.
probably from like her lover era.
Okay, if that was
Probably.
current, if that was from like a week ago, then yeah, I would say that
No,
there's potential
it's not-
gas.
The photo for me is just one part. It's the
When it's
caption.
Friday.
That's just a give
When
up.
When it's Friday.
When
Okay,
Lululemon has a sale.
that's who are we
when
targeting?
I see queso.
You were volume
I
shooting
wanna
at this
die.
point. You were
Yeah,
trying to
because
you were
we-
trying to be annoying.
Yes, because people were dunking on my great meme.
This place runs on Duncan, Randy.
Soon.
Hey, explain the chest luge for the new listeners who don't know what a chest luge is.
Okay.
It's like the third time it's come up today.
Yeah, Chest Luge is a video that our good friend J Bone decided to post when we gave him the keys to the TFM account. We quickly took the keys back from him because he posted a video of a young man pouring a beer down his friend's chest and then running into his mouth. And we thought it was, I don't know the word for it, but unsightly.
You're leaving a key detail out.
What?
His chest, his breastbone was
It was concave.
concaved.
It was a concave chest,
Concave.
allowing him to pour the beer down it.
Yes.
And it was a little I don't know.
You're telling me that the TFM audience, the audience that you carefully curated, you handcrafted, wasn't into that.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
Whoa, J Bone.
Anyway,
shout out Formula Bone.
J Bone stands by it as good content. And maybe he's right. I don't know.
I should have just put fail fry on it. If I put fail fry on it, it would have been fine.
That is what he says.
Yeah, that is an exact.
I mean, that's yeah.
So I don't think this is my chest luge moment, and I think that was a good meme, and I think that people will say so on Twitter. Hashtag justice for
Okay.
Randy's memes.
Drop it as a static post on
Hashtag
your
justice
account.
for Randy's memes.
Drop it on your account. Do a whole album, no context.
God, that just reminds me when Ross tried to become a meme account with his personal. Remember? On Instagram.
Oh, that
This
was
is a while back.
long time ago.
Until we shamed him off the face of the planet.
I didn't know him at that point. He was.
that was like 2014.
I was side messaging people like, what the fuck is he doing?
It was just a long play bit that
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it was. That's what
It
he
wasn't a
said.
bit.
Oh, Billy boy.
He was trying to stack nummies.
Did he?
No.
Okay.
Anyway.
My computer just shorted out,
I
so
just,
have fun with the ad reads today, boys.
I thought something was
shit.
I have no clue what my computer just did, but
That's
it's
really
gone.
happening
She gone
there?
right now. It's not going to happen. So today's going to be a special Monday edition of Circling Back, where
Wow.
Will is simply a color commentator on some ad reads today.
Hey, don't forget tomorrow. Do you know it on Patreon? No, it's not. That's not tomorrow.
No, we did that last week, actually.
Dude,
You
I
got
respect
That's what the rundown says.
I respect that when you got the nod, you sprinted out of the dugout to
Hey,
the
look,
mound.
I'm updating. Exactly 5 minutes is tomorrow. Exactly 5 minutes.
Can I just say I'm getting smoked today? I'm just
Yeah.
getting absolutely smoked
What's
today.
wrong?
It's one of those days where it's nothing bad. It's nothing overlying. Like there's not some greater problem in life, you know? It's just all the little things that I'm trying to do are going poorly.
Yeah.
Around 5 a.m. this morning, we heard that noise that you never want to hear, which is your dog in the other room about to throw up all over the carpet. So that gets you out of bed pretty quickly. Doesn't put you back to bed very
No, that's
quickly.
tough.
And then a little bit later, I tried to make a cup of coffee at my house, and my Nespresso machine decided to
Oh no.
just really spray liquids everywhere. It was coming out of the bottom of it. I was trying to fix it, and okay, you can try to make my bad day horny. I'm not going to let that happen.
A full body explosion.
I
It's not horny.
the the reservoir in the back, when I was trying to fix it and clean everything up, just tipped over on my counter, which put about a liter of water all over the top of my kitchen counter. And then, yeah, as you guys saw live on a podcast, my computer just decided to stop working completely.
It's just one of those days.
I'm sorry that you're going through all that.
It's okay, man. Bad things happen in threes, and this was the third bad thing to happen. And so I'm going to try to clear the mechanism right now and move forward.
It's only up from here, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tomorrow is exactly 5 minutes on Patreon. Patreon.com/Circling Back Podcast. We also have a 14-day free trial. So you can test us out and see if we earn your business.
That means the trial is free.
It's a free trial, 14 days. Yeah.
I got bad news for everyone at home.
What is it?
Uh-oh. He accessed the dock with his phone.
It's time to recap this weekend in fun presented by Fitbod.
Do I
You're a
ever
pro's
love
pro.
Fitbod? You're looking good, man.
Thank you.
You've been introducing some Fitbod to your game.
I have been using Fitbod.
Looking trim.
Thank you. The great thing about Fitbod, obviously, is that it caters your workout to your environment and also to your desired results. I work out in a gym with, weights and, of course, treadmills, everything you could need. And so it tailors my workouts for that. But if you work out at home, maybe you have just bands at home, maybe do just body weight stuff, it'll put your workouts together too.
The body weight one, don't sleep on that. You mix that in, do enough reps, it'll have you sore the next day. You'll be feeling good, looking good.
Oh, yeah.
Summer's just around the corner. Dave proclaimed today that at his gym, it's officially pool season.
May 1st.
Got to think that some people had that circled on their calendars to make sure that they had some Fitbods made by Fitbod.
I think so, yeah.
If you're looking to take your workout to the next level, I got good news. The Fitbod app will do just that. The Fitbod app creates a workout program that's personalized for your goals, fitness level, and available equipment. It learns from your previous workouts and adapts as you improve. It's a perfect companion to help you crush your fitness goals this summer, and you can start making progress towards your fitness goals today with 25% off of your Fitbod subscription. So whether you've been missing time in the gym or you've hit a plateau, go give Fitbod a try. It'll give you a workout plan that's individualized to you. I had a back issue a couple weeks ago. It's still lingering a little bit, but I'm not trying to overdo anything on the back front. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not trying to pull anything.
Right.
But I don't have to worry about that because the app switches up your exercises to avoid overtraining and burnout while keeping your workouts fresh and fun. Your program also changes based on your personal progress to maximize results. You know what it is. It's Fitbod. They got 1,400 demonstration videos. It's all HD. They even have a beautiful new rebrand of their brand itself. There's no better time to level up your fitness habit. Try Fitbod today. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free at fitbod.me/steam. That's fitbod.me/steam. Dylan, what'd you get into this weekend?
Oh, I think you will. I had a very, very low-key weekend. My son and my partner, Parks, has been out of town all weekend. So I didn't do a whole lot, man. I kind of laid low. Friday night, just stayed in, watched the NFL draft, had like 2 beers, and then I called it a night. So nothing really exciting on that front. Saturday, I did step out a little bit. I met my buddy Kev down at Bolden Acres, which is a bar down the street from here. Beautiful day, great weather.
Did he goose you?
He didn't goose me. He's not the goosing type like the others are.
Cool.
He's goose adjacent. He
Yeah.
hangs out with the goosers, so he gets goosed. Anyway, had a couple of beers there. It was fine, man. Yesterday I didn't do anything. That's not true. I went to go see my sister and brother-in-law and my nieces and had dinner with them. That was lovely. And that's pretty much it, man. Low key.
Wonderful.
What about you, Davey?
My mother-in-law was in town, which is always a pleasure, as she's great with my son. We were originally scheduled to go do a dinner. We had like a 5 o'clock on Friday. Patio, little spot called the Grove. I think I announced it last Wednesday. That didn't happen.
Not a place you want to go
No.
when you're about to reveal what in my head you already revealed.
The tree situation there is a danger, mainly because we had a pretty nice little storm sesh roll through between about 4 and 5:30. A nice little squall line rolled through out of down around, came through. I don't know. Looks like they really popped off around Llano way.
Squall line, you say?
Yeah, and rolled through. They were here and they were gone. Took about 30, 45 minutes, but did enough to where like we were like, you know what, we don't want to be driving in this, and it's gonna be the patio is gonna be all wet. So we just picked up. Did Lupe tortilla. Shocker. Great fajitas. Some of the best, some say.
Someone invited me to happy hour across town at 4:30 that day on Friday. And I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna put myself on a major highway when we got this squall line coming through, you know?
Smart. A smart play, Will.
Yeah.
You're weather aware.
You put me on Mopac at 4:30 on a Friday with a squall line coming through?
That squall didn't really deliver like I kind of wanted it to.
North of Round Rock, North Austin, got some pretty significant hail.
I didn't want hail's problematic. I never want hail to hit. We'll fuck your dope up.
Then you got like the roofing companies. They flock here and they're not going door to door, putting signs in yards. You're
I've
like,
had to
"Come on, man."
replace an entire roof before because of hail. Not fun.
Dude,
No.
I've been driveway privileged my entire time living in Austin. And I'm dreading the day that I'm not. There's going to be a time when I'm not.
It's not a fun feeling. You're watching that
No.
radar. You're looking for the hail core in the storms, and you're like, this is gonna miss us. Thankfully, I gotta say, I'm not gonna name names. I have a neighbor. I hope he doesn't listen to this show. After that, like out with the dog and see him outside, he's like, God, dude, where did the storms come from? He's like, they just came out of nowhere. And I wanted to be like, they've kind of been talking about this being an active weather day for about the last 4 to 5 days. And honestly, they've been covering these storms since about 2 p.m. So it didn't actually just kind of come out of nowhere. But I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad your home is fine. Just get your head on a swivel, man. April, May in Texas, it can get wild.
Get your head out of your ass, neighbor.
I didn't want to say it, but your head was up your ass.
Do you have
needed
any big storm coming in tasks that you just start knocking out immediately when you see it start to change? Because I love that moment.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Like once I see the tree outside of my place start to whip and I can see that it's getting a little dark up in the sky, I love just running out to the porch, folding up the chairs, putting things away. Like I just getting everything off. It's just fun.
I pulled the chairs back on the back deck, pull them under. And then I was sending you guys photos.
Yeah.
Because I was just out there watching it, just rolling in from the west, and I got a pretty good view looking down my street of just watching it kind of develop and watching the cloud moves, and got some videos.
What was the filter name of how the sky looked after
Dude,
the storm?
Austin was straight up Outer Banks on fucking
Dude,
Friday.
it was
I have
sick,
never
wasn't
seen
it?
anything
Fucking
like
weird.
it. I've never seen anything like that before.
It was yellow outside.
Yeah, I think I sent a text to you guys about it and no one
Yeah.
responded to me.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So, okay.
I said it looks like how Mexico is portrayed in movies.
Yes, it's Narcos Mexico
Yeah.
or Outer Banks. Like it was the most sepia toned thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen in real life. It was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, and there are those storms that like they build up so tall that like you can see them for like hundreds of miles, and like you can watch the lightning as it rolls off. You're completely safe because it's way out of there, but it's still cool. Anyway, Saturday night, went to dinner, went to Sammy's, had some Italian food.
Fuck.
Shout out DJ Duds and his fiance.
Damn.
I was
Yes.
fucking desperately trying to go to Sammy's this weekend. I had all the alerts set up on my phone to get
Dude, bar at 5:15, no one sitting at the bar. Bar wide open. So just something to think about. If you're in Austin, looking for a spot and you don't have a reservation, their bar was pretty open between 5 and 5:30.
fuck.
Damn. Good for you. Good for you.
Delightful. Yesterday,
Piccata or no?
I did go piccata.
Wow.
Thank you for asking. Even though it was National Shrimp Scampi Day, you probably saw that. You guys are aware. They don't have the scampi on the menu, but yesterday was just to take the son to soccer practice. He was on one. He had a good practice, but man, he was a bear yesterday. The twos are really kicking in heavy right now. And then did some yard work. Had to get rid of an agave that didn't make it through the last freeze. And finally, we're like, this is not coming back. So I had to rip one out, and it didn't feel good. And then I went and hit some golf balls.
Very cool.
Mixing a Stars Game 6. Sorry to the Wild. You fought admirably, but we moved on, and now we see the Kraken. So I will yield my time to Will.
You know what it is. About 4:30 Friday, when said storm rolled through, it was just primo time. Sally asked me if I wanted to pop open a bottle of Chianti Classico,
Ooh.
DCOG, for those keeping track at
It's
home.
got the rooster.
It was the final bottle we had left over from our trip to Italy. And as you guys know, red wine hits absolutely diffy during a storm.
Yeah.
I put on some Almond Brothers just to really fucking lean into this shit.
Did you spin it?
I did spin it.
That's
I did
fucking
spin
right.
it. And then, you know what it is. I went to bed early because that's what I do.
Hell yeah.
And then on Saturday, I had the absolute pleasure of seeing my brother-in-law get engaged. Very tight. Always fun to add someone to the crew. We get to add his nice fiance Kimmy to the crew.
Shouts to Harry and Kimmy.
And so yeah, I went out. I couldn't say that during this weekend in fun this past episode last week because
You had to keep a low pro.
I didn't want to blow the surprise.
Right.
And so yeah, I did that. Had a nice little dinner. It was fun. It was fun being at an event with young people there. Like I'm usually hanging out with people our age that have like significant others and stuff like that. It was fun being at a bar with people I knew and seeing people shooting shots. I hadn't seen anyone shoot a shot in a while, like IRL.
And you feel alive, huh?
I was like, man, dude, I kind of hope this works out for you. Damn. I don't think it did, but like it's fun being around people that I'm like, oh, you're single. You can go do stuff.
Living vicarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
We try to do that with Randy, but
But what? But he doesn't shoot. He just holds the ball.
I do want to give a special nod to Randy. Randy had his birthday festivities this past weekend. Randy invited me this year. So that was big.
it's a
I didn't
step
go.
in the right direction to mending y'all.
I couldn't go as I had an engagement to celebrate, but I appreciated the invite this year. So that's good. He's probably getting a gram off right now as we speak about it. So
yeah, Randy, thank you for the invite. I'm sorry I did not make it.
Yeah, Randy, thank you.
and then Sunday was a day of rest. It was a day of rest. We watched Manchester United beat Aston Villa 1-0.
Very cool.
I mashed that nap button. I did a little outdoor nap. Outdoor naps hit so different.
Yeah.
I found a little spot in the shade, got a little blanket out, laid down, shut my eyes a little bit.
I may have dozed off by the pool yesterday now that I think about it.
Dude, you're a savage. You're a savage.
My memory is spotty when laying on that lounge. So yeah.
Randy, can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
What time did you guys get to the bar?
Probably like 10:45.
That's
Yeah, you're scheduling me out of your events when you're doing it that way.
in reality.
Not that it should be about me. It certainly shouldn't. But it's
Bear
hard
and
for me
I
to do
at
that.
dinner. Bear and I were like, man, maybe like they're gonna go hit the bars like a little early. We can just kind of like bail on the ladies and go link up. And then like that text rolled through at like 10:30, I guess it was, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm in bed. I am in bed. But thank you. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we spent a little more time at Applebee's than we thought we were going to.
Who is your MVP?
Me.
Fuck yeah.
Did it turn into Club Bees while you were there?
No. I think
that
we
a real
left,
thing?
We left.
It is in some places. I don't know if it's a current thing, but I can confirm that I spoke to somebody who grew up in Florida, and she said that when she was of age, they would shut it down and turn it into a club.
Sick.
Imagine going there on like a date night.
I didn't know that was like a well-known thing. I thought that was just something she told us and my friends and I thought was weird.
I've heard about it. I mean, I've never done it.
Yeah.
I've heard about it, and so I've always thought it's funny. Like you just throw down at
Did you know that?
I did not know this, but I remember one time I went Sunday of I think like Memorial Day or Labor Day with Omar, and we got there at like 8, and then we left at 10. When we left at 10, there was more people there than when we got there. I'm
Yeah,
like, this
Club
is,
Bees.
did not know this was
Yeah.
happening.
I found a Business Insider, now known as Insider, article, and here's the title. Check out the debauchery when Applebee's turns into Club Applebee's after 10 p.m. Let's bring back debauchery, man. That means like you're getting
Dude,
after it with the boys.
I've talked about that word before. Working at a frat blog, it just got worn out for me. It's like epic. I
Dude,
put those together.
We went out and
Dude,
we did 4
that's not fair.
shots.
It
Debauchery. That's not fair to debauchery.
Dude, we're so debauched the other night.
No one says that.
Oh, me and D-Botch. We call him D-Botch.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is in Estero, Florida. Whoa, this is crazy. This young lady's on a table. Fucking debaucherous, dude. Oh, it's just like
Debauchery.
it's like a thinking man's epic. Just more
It's not.
syllables.
No, it's not. They're different. They mean different things.
I have
There's
zero issue with the word.
They both got worn out for me. For me.
It is somewhat brotastic, it says. This is from 2012. Can you tell?
Is that a TFM article?
No, it's Insider.
Oh, okay. Brotastic. Someone says brotastic around me, they're getting punched.
Well, we'll talk to Jim Edwards. Published this August 6th, 2012.
Yeah, whoever came up with the name rowdy gentleman ruined the word rowdy.
Facts.
Because rowdy's a really good word, but the fact that it was paired with, we shouldn't go down this.
We actually know the person who came up with it.
Who? I mean, I can guess, but
Yeah.
like
Rowdy's always been ruined for me because it's the Cowboys mascot. Did you know that? The guy in the Cowboys
what's wrong
suit?
with that?
Because he's just not a good mascot. There's nothing intimidating about him. He's just always kind of in places he shouldn't be. I don't know. You just look, you're like, God, what is Rowdy doing at this, like, the ribbon cutting of a hospital?
Rowdy gentleman.
That's you. You're the guy.
That's a tough name. That's a tough brand name.
You're the guy. You were the original, per the guy at the gym.
Dude, like you're a gentleman, but like also you know how to like throw down. You know how to get debauched.
Debaucherous gents. That's
Yeah.
us. Epic gents.
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
Epic fail.
Had its time.
This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. Dave, you grow, you change. Dylan, I've seen you grow and change as well.
Yeah,
I try.
Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding because sometimes we don't know what we want and why we react until we do.
Yeah, if you're considering therapy for the first time, maybe, but you're kind of intimidated by the whole process, this is a great entry level way to get into it, and I highly recommend therapy for pretty much everybody.
I've personally benefited from therapy. I actually have a session tomorrow. Very excited for it. Doing some maintenance.
I've never felt worse after leaving a therapy session or
Exactly.
after a therapy session than when I went in.
Exactly. I was nervous to get into it in the beginning, but after I've done it and after I've talked through some things and after I've actually experienced it, it's been a lot better for me and I really enjoy it. It's not always something that you need when you're down. Sometimes you just need to talk through some stuff with somebody that's new. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/circling today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/circling.
Man, I don't know if you guys caught the LA Phil performance. I certainly didn't, but someone was there and really enjoyed herself.
Are we calling it the LA Phil?
That's what it says.
Philharmonic.
LA Phil.
Damn, you just got fucking dunked on by
What's
the Nutcracker
Philharmonic?
guy.
The headline is concert goer lets out a loud full body orgasm while LA Phil plays Tchaikovsky's Fifth.
Okay, does this
Ooh, the fifth?
What's LA Phil?
the Philharmonic?
It's the Philharmonic.
Like the Los Angeles Philharmonic.
Okay. This is all new to me, guys, so bear with me, okay?
Let's just hear the orgasm.
Are we doing that?
I think so.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, run it back. Okay. Oh, that's good. It probably sounds really good in headphones.
The question I have, and I've kind of skimmed this article, maybe it's in here, was the orgasm because of the music that she was enjoying so much, or was something extracurricular going on up there in the mezzanine section?
One witness said, because they interviewed witnesses, because that's what you do when someone sees at the Philharmonic or the Phil. I saw the girl after it happened, and I assumed that she had an orgasm because she was heavily breathing and her partner was smiling and looking at her, like in an effort to not shame her. It was quite beautiful. I bet it was, you sick fuck.
Okay, it's unclear what exactly was going on up there. There's a quote by someone saying, "One can't know exactly what happened, but it seemed very clear that the sound was an expression of pure physical joy."
Pee Wee Herman does this, and he's getting hauled off in handcuffs.
Yeah, I'm
That's a good
really, I
point.
really am curious what exactly was going on here.
Double standard.
Maybe the music was so fucking good.
I just don't think it
was-
was. Like,
Tchaikovsky's fifth.
Right.
Like,
Just
it wasn't his fourth.
one of my favorites.
Wasn't his sixth. The fifth. The one that everybody knows. Like, of course, definitely the one that's in E minor. Composed between May and August 1888. First performed in St. Petersburg. He's a Russian feller.
I try not to climax in front of E minors.
That's fair. That's a good
That's just a
set.
rule I have for myself.
What's the worst place to do this?
to come?
To have an orgasm?
Like a male orgasm or a female orgasm? They're different.
Let's just say an audible one.
One's messier.
Okay.
It's true.
Church is a good guess. Worst places.
yeah.
To loudly, audibly.
Yeah, she was projecting.
Just
big
do it.
time.
Just do it in your own bedroom. It's not a big deal.
That's probably the safest
Or
place
your living
to do
room,
it.
or your kitchen, like wherever. But just,
Yeah.
if you own or lease that plot of land, do it there instead of a place that's public.
They were hooking up there, weren't they?
I don't know.
I feel like that's a bad place to hook up.
Was she on drugs?
You got to think that that's in the ballpark. Maybe
this a
maybe
sold-out show?
Molly, ecstasy, MDMA,
I would do Molly before the LA Philharmonic.
maybe a CBD.
That's what I do before I go to my Bob Weir concerts.
One
Did
CBD.
you have that
I
moment?
do exactly one CBD. I did not have an orgasm while I was there,
The guitar tech came out to give him a new guitar, and Dylan's just
but I could see how that could happen.
What, you didn't
I don't.
during Terrapin Station Suite? You, like around
Dude.
minute 23, you didn't start coming?
He went the F off during that one,
He did.
didn't he?
He actually did, yeah.
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 It's just-
Horn
it's just
section was going crazy.
Shred. Oh, the horns, man. Are you kidding?
Dude, shout out the Wolf Bros.
Will. I think Dylan, you should be redeemed. I think it is cool to call it the LA Phil. I think that's just kind of like,
No, but Dylan thought
I
that
know.
someone's name was LA Phil.
I thought there was
Like Vegas Tommy.
I thought there was a musical performer named L.A. Phil, which is not like a crazy thing to assume since it's in the headline.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
not. It's not. But it's
Okay.
funny. It's like I'm more surprised that you just didn't know what the LA the word Philharmonic was. When,
I've never heard that phrase in my life. Yeah. What is it? Who are they?
I associate it with an orchestra of some sort.
Okay. They
There's
must
a
be
New
very
York
well known since you
Philharmonic.
guys are very familiar.
I just when I hear the word Philharmonic, I imagine essentially an orchestra. Like I don't know how close the two are related.
Maybe.
multi-instrument ensemble.
Yeah.
Maybe she was sitting really close to a speaker and there was a heavy bass portion of the
We're
performance.
doing Howard Stern
Honestly,
now.
maybe she could.
I mean, crazier things have probably happened.
That's why they tell you don't sit on the speakers.
Private parts.
Right.
Never saw it.
Well,
I was very excited as a kid to see it, and it was fine.
There's a scene where a young lady straddles a speaker at home, and he's in the mic going.
Well,
like
yeah.
that.
Have you watched the Howard Stern show on television? Because
No,
they
yeah.
just straight up had girls sit on
Yeah,
like
well-
saddled fucking.
Well, it's pretty much what I live for. in
Oh, the
late
Sibian?
90s.
okay.
What?
Are you talking about the Sibians?
It's pronounced Siobhan. And we're talking Succession on Wednesday.
I think it's Sibian. You know what I'm talking about, Dave.
Yeah, I
Don't
do.
fucking act like you know what I'm talking about.
But I'm just
you're the pervert
I'm
up
gonna
here.
let you. Yeah, you're the one bringing up Sibians,
Oh,
weirdo.
Yeah.
just saying. This
Jeez.
woman
He
had a
also-
loud orgasm.
I don't like that he said that word or the word messy during this whole process.
Yeah, we all know Ronaldo's a goat.
Oh, God, I don't know what we're doing anymore. Anyway, good
Are
for
we gonna
this.
bring up the fact that you bought the bike from Bruno? You gonna bring that up too, you sicko?
You keep trying to
This
put that
guy.
on me, dude.
This guy. No, you're the one who bought it.
Okay.
Just don't, y'all. If you're gonna do it, make sure it's when there's a lull in the music. Which I feel like this was not an accident. This might have been a prank of some sort. And you know what? Shout out to her and him, for that matter.
If I'm LA Phil, I'm gonna own this. Like, yeah, I did that with my music. You know, what I'm
Like
saying?
you're gonna put that in the marketing materials.
like we
Pitch
made
deck.
a woman come just by being so good at what we do.
if you're the guy, if you're like the dude or the woman who just finished like their part and that happens, are you like,
Like, thank you.
yep,
Also, you're welcome.
yep.
Was it the oboe? It was the oboe, wasn't it?
I think it was actually the oh,
That's good. See, like a
face.
orgasm. Yeah.
Speaking of orgasms, you guys want to hear about this 30-ounce pork chop?
Dude,
I have a lot of questions about this.
I wish
this
you
bad
hadn't
boy.
sent a photo of this earlier because it's all I've been thinking about.
So one thing I really enjoy is just like feuds. I think we should get in more feuds with people, just in general.
I love a good meat feud.
Let's start a feud with that other media company that's in Austin.
Well, there's a per
Chive.
Instagram and Texas Monthly. There's a new humongous pork chop in town. The fact that we already know what the original humongous pork chop in town is speaks volumes about that pork chop in general. Of course, we're talking about Perry's.
Okay. The Perry's pork chop is so freaking good.
They have a lunch special on Friday, and
The-
it's very, very good.
So, you know, the lunch portion pork chop is smaller than the dinner one. Are you aware of that? The dinner one's 32 ounces. I just looked it up. At least 32 ounces.
That's too much for lunch.
That's the dinner one.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave?
Well, this is at a restaurant called 1845, which I think is also the same name as like a Yellowstone series.
It's
lunch-
a spinoff of a spinoff.
The lunch one is 18 ounces, by the way.
That's
So-
perfect for lunch.
It's a legendary pork chop in town. If you're trying to close a big boy deal on a Friday, you're going to Perry's lunch.
And it is really
Or if you
really
just
good.
closed a big boy deal on a Thursday night, you go to Perry's lunch the next day to Sally.
They serve it with applesauce?
Well, now this restaurant, 1845, has specifically made a pork chop, quote, to compete with Perry's.
I love that.
This is a heat-seeking missile at the Perry's HQ.
It's a shot across the bow.
You build your brand just to go with the king.
I love this.
There was a restaurant in my hometown, and they said that they named their direct competitor immediately. It didn't go well. Everyone immediately was like, "That seems unnecessary." Like
What kind of industry are we talking?
American food,
Oh, food. Okay, we're still in.
but it was like we want to beat these guys, and it was like, hold on here. Like a little friendly competition's fine, but like if you just come out and say we're trying to put these guys out of business, like now you're just being an asshole.
I mean, it's kind of a cool strategy because it's like we're here and we're like it's like a marketing ploy, right? Like
Yeah.
we're going for the title,
We're talking about it on our podcast.
but also like you are also kind of implying that we know that they're better at this than we are, and we're going to try and take that from them. And so it's like you're giving them a lot of credit while also announcing your presence on the scene. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, if you will, Dave.
Wow. 1845 is to Dylan Brooks what Perry's is to LeBron James. Think about that.
Okay, sure.
A little topical stuff. You
I
can
mean-
check out Too Much Dip. Recording tomorrow.
It makes me want to try it, so maybe it's working.
It looks phenomenal. I just don't know if I need 32 ounces anymore. I just don't. I know some of that's the bone, but
Y'all don't want to hear this, but I think even the lunch special is too much pork chop.
If I finish it, and I have finished it before, I don't feel good.
It's a day ruiner if you finish it.
It's a lot of meat.
It's good left over too, but it's simply a lot of pork chop for a lunch serving.
This pork chop looks really fucking good.
what is another restaurant that needs someone to challenge the throne? Like they need some competition. Like someone needs to step up and be like, "Hey, Dairy Queen, they've been kind of getting complacent. We're going to challenge the Belt Buster
Dude,
combo."
Honestly, I don't know what restaurant. So can I take your question and answer it in kind of a roundabout way?
You can.
I don't know who did this. I don't know what restaurant's responsible for this. I don't know when it happened, but something changed in the last 6 months at Matt's El Rancho. Something tangibly changed, and the food is better.
I wish you wouldn't announce that to the whole world because it's already too crowded.
It's too crowded, but like it's weird to me that something immediately like flipped, and suddenly the food's just tasting better.
On last Thursday, I went there and I got
Let me guess.
I got beef fajita nachos and I got them poncho style.
Oh, really? You swagger jacked me.
They were so fucking good. They're the best I've had there. Just saying, dog.
What'd you have for your entree since nachos are an appetizer?
Here's the thing. That was my entree. Okay, if
Getting nachos at a Tex-Mex place is kind of, you're wrong in the rest of the menu. You're disrespecting the rest of the menu.
here's the thing. I've been there so many freaking times, and I've had just about everything on the menu that I've reached a point where I'm just going to order what I want. And I'm not there to impress anybody. And they're so good. They're so good, and they're filling.
Do you not eat chips and salsa leading up to your nachos poncho style?
I do. Here's the thing, though. If you get
How many tortillas are you eating,
listen,
my man?
listen. If you get a half order of the nachos, which is what I do, they don't just pile up stacks of chips. They very like methodically build out each nacho. It's like there's only like 5 chips on your plate, and it just makes it's just so much more enjoyable that way for me. You know what I mean? You got the picture in your head. What I'm saying? You can also, if maybe you don't want the chip, you just eat the steak right off of the chip, and I've done that before too. I'm telling you, man,
You don't have to eat the chip. He's saying
It's a move, dog. Anyway,
Nah.
is there another restaurant in Austin that's really well known for like one item on the menu, aside from the Perry's pork chop?
Oh, that's a hard question. I don't have an immediate answer to this.
There are great restaurants all over the city.
Well,
but,
obviously,
what-
like
which
Olive
ones are-
Garden, you associate with shrimp scampi.
It's not. No,
So, like somebody new needs to come along and say, you know what?
I'm coming for the
I'm
scampi.
tired of this. They get all the pub. They haven't changed the recipe in years. Check this scampi out.
And maybe Matt's with the Bob Armstrong dip.
There are competitors to that. I feel like a lot of places have what is the Bob Armstrong? Ground beef, avocado, not avocado, guacamole,
Guacamole, queso.
queso.
But it's dang.
Oh, we should do a queso meme. Write that down, Randy.
Hey, Randy, can you get a photo of Taylor Swift from 2016 and meme it?
Fucking good. Taylor Swift's hot right now. She's on the Eras tour. Have you guys seen this?
Uh-huh.
And queso, everybody loves queso. This is good stuff. This is
So-
good stuff. Working it out here on the Oh, Randy.
Oh, that was quick. He just real time memed us. You
This
Vin-dogged
dude's
us.
good.
Where do we find this restaurant?
I don't know.
I couldn't
1845.
figure out where it's going in Austin. I do believe there is a Flower Mound location. Flower Mound, Texas, a little suburb of Dallas.
I'll probably wait till it comes here.
Up around Coppell way, home of the Cowboys. Coppell. This is also so large they bring it out on a cutting board.
I
So
kinda
this is
like
this
that.
is something where like you and the boys, if like you want to do something before you get dessert,
After
you
a
can
foursome?
do this. After a foursome.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it's dumb. I think a lot of people have this question. They're just too afraid to ask it. When you
You're
get something
very
bone
brave.
in at a restaurant, like, is there a number that I should be thinking in my head that bone weighs so that I can equate the meat to what I want personally? Because, like, I like when I get a filet and I know the difference between, like, your 6, your 8, and your 10 ounces. But I never know how much that bone actually weighs when I'm getting, like, a steak. And I don't order bone-in. It's probably a once-a-year thing for me.
If you do a bone and ribeye, it's probably 6 ounces of bone.
Half ounce per inch on a cooked beef rib bone.
Okay.
Half.
But then I'd
ounce.
have to ask the waiter how long that bone is.
You got to measure it.
Hey, dude.
You ever measure it?
Plus, it's their money.
Hey, Tad.
You pull out your little whatever it's called, tape measure. You're like, yeah.
Do you bring those to restaurants usually?
I have one on my chain wallet
Do you not keep one on your belt at all times?
next to my
That's-
bottle opener.
That's some alpha shit.
Dudes who carry pocket knives at all times are different.
Do we need to make tactical sandals?
No.
My buddy came up with the tactical phone case, making a Swiss Army phone case. This was like a long time ago, and he had it all thought out. He went through it, and like he was super into the idea. And then these dudes, I saw an article that got posted, and these dudes got like millions of dollars of investment of essentially making a Swiss Army phone case, and it was just the devastation on his face when I told him.
Didn't they sponsor us? That was probably somebody that we talked to.
No, we didn't have that. I would have squadooshed it, dude. I couldn't do my man Max like that.
Squadoosh, he said.
I can't just be pumping another person's products when right in
No.
Max's face. That would be rude.
He should have patented it. You got to have that patent pending. When you see that patent pending, you know it's real. Like, well, fuck
My
me, I
favorite
guess I'll
moment of
back off.
My favorite moment of any Shark Tank is when someone says that they have the patent, and you just see everyone in the chairs go like, "Okay, we can cook with this." Because they're like, if they're like, "Well, is this a proprietary?" No, I got the patent last year. Everyone starts to say, "Okay." It's the meme where it's like, you sit forward with the controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you see Mr. Wonderful, his wheels start turning.
If you got a patent and you did a million in sales in a year, you're gonna get an offer.
My other favorite part of Shark Tank is when somebody tells them how long they've been doing it for, and they're like, and it's not your full-time job, and they're like, I think you should stop doing it. You've been doing it for
Yeah.
10 years and it hasn't worked. It's not viable at this
Sometimes
point.
honesty is the best policy.
They'll hit him with some truth sometimes.
I like it when that does happen. They find out about the patent, and then Mark's like, "I'll give you $800,000 for 40%, and I just want the patent." And like, I don't really want you guys. Like, I don't really need any other stuff. Like, I think there's money in just that. Like, okay, fair enough. That's kind of the dream, actually.
Mr. Wonderful's the one who's always most likely to just abandon ship completely and be like, I'll buy your whole company right now.
I haven't watched that show in so long. Should we take Watch Media to it or what?
No.
Oh.
Who's going to do the pitch? Right?
Randy?
No, Randy would have like a briefcase that he opened up and like flowers would pop out. And Mark would just be like, get out of here. What are we doing here? You have to be careful because if you get Mark Cuban towards the end of a long day of taping, he's got such a short fuse on that show. You got to get him early on.
Yeah.
He'll interrupt you and be like, hey, before you go any further, just let you know, I don't know anything about this industry, so I'm out.
Dude, I respect it when they do that. I don't
Fair
even
enough.
want,
Yeah,
and
right.
that's also the best way to do it. So you don't have to be like the third person to tell them you're out. I love it when they just stop it short and it's like, nope, done.
I would 100% try to play like a Mavs angle and be like, hey, I've been such a big fan for such a long time. And then he would break my heart and then I'd cry like a little bitch because I am a little bitch.
You are a little
that's
bitch,
true,
actually.
man.
That's that is
Very,
facts,
very,
dog.
very true.
Half inch per inch or half ounce per inch. Never really thought about how much that bone weighed.
Doesn't that always make you wonder? Don't you wonder though? Like,
Always.
dude, I don't need that much meat. Like, can
Yeah.
I just get an actual reading from this?
Randy, you'll be happy to learn a typical T-bone is about 12 to 18 ounces.
T-bone.
Did you know that? Looks like you did. You're shaking your head.
Yeah,
like,
of course I did. I
The
mean,
tomahawk bone, though. That's a lot of bone. They call me Bone Thugs when I order that at the restaurant.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I don't think they do. Hey, our friends over at Rocket Money, they sent me an email this morning. They let me know how much I spent last week. It wasn't an email that I really necessarily like wanted to confront at the time, but it was a necessary email to make sure that my budget's on fleek.
On fleek.
And guess what? It kind of is. It kind of is. But what I do know is that ever since Rocket Money came into my life, formerly known as Truebill, by the way, I have been a lot more aware of my finances, and I think it's actually been very helpful for me. What they do is that they go in and they look and they see if you have any subscriptions going on, recurring payments. We've all signed up for that free trial before. And then suddenly you're like, oh man, I forgot to cancel that free trial. Now I've got Stars. I'm a member of the Stars app for the next year.
This literally just happened to me. I got hit with a recurring charge that I meant to cancel, totally forgot. Is like a PlayStation thing for parks. Didn't have Rocket Money on, man. Needed it.
Most Americans think they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions, but the actual total is closer to $200. And if you don't know exactly how much money you're spending every month, you need Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscription, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Over 80% of people have subscriptions that they forgot about, and chances are you're one of them. Like the Stars app. I love that we're just like dunking on Stars because no one likes it.
Yeah, you don't need that.
No.
I may have done this with the Triller app to watch like a fight like 3 years ago, and then I got the email like, "Hey, you're still paying for Triller or DAZN or what?" I'm like, "Okay, thank you for that."
Like Freevee for jury duty. I would give them money at this point.
Everybody loves that show.
Dude, if Freevee asked me for $10 after watching Jury Duty as like a tip jar thing, I would have easily given it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rocket Money is like the Jury Duty of apps. I think it's that good.
It's that good,
Mhm,
folks.
mhm. Stop throwing away money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/circling. That's rocketmoney.com/circling. Again, rocketmoney.com/circling. Randy, can you toss a graphic up on the screen for us? I know I didn't like tell you beforehand, but
sure,
like
what graphic? I have no idea what you're
from our
talking about.
next news story, if you just
Surprise
click a
us.
link, like it'll probably be there.
This headline threw me off so much.
Why?
Can I just read the headline?
Yeah.
The headline says, Dildo Man's photo of a Newfoundland iceberg will be hard to beat this tourist season.
Didn't you go as that to like a theme party one time?
So I'm thinking, all right, Dildo Man, what does that mean?
That's the worst superhero.
Right.
Or
It's just you.
depends who you talk to.
Here's the thing that makes it so
Could be
confusing.
the best.
All right. The iceberg they took a picture of is shaped like a big old dildo. A big old dick. Ice dick. There it is. So like, all right.
Oh wow.
It's a good ass ice dick.
Dildo Man, what does that even mean? This dude's from a place called Dildo. There's a lot happening in this headline.
Yeah, did you guys know there was a city in Newfoundland called Dildo?
No, that's why I had to like look it up, and I found it. I'm looking at it now.
How did they not change the city name after like X amount of years? Because I feel like Dildo's ripe for that.
It's a town of only 1,200 people.
Okay, from this particular photo, it even looks like there's a...
What, Dave? Do you want to say it?
Say a head?
No, did they alter this photo? Did they put a filter on there to make it look a little bit more like realistic?
Why are you accusing this dildo man of changing this photo, David?
But the guy who seems like they slapped the veiny filter on it.
The guy who took the picture of the dildo-shaped iceberg is from Dildo.
Is this a... Okay.
His last is...
This guy's great. His name's Ken. Ken Pretty. Ken Pretty. Hey, pretty. Hey, pretty boy, Ken. Hey.
They call him Kenny Pretty, don't they?
Hey, Kenny Pretty.
Kenny.
Let me see that iceberg dildo shot, dog.
The name Ken needs to come back.
Yeah, I don't know any.
It will after this movie that comes out this summer.
Our caddy at Spanish that one time.
Ken.
Shout out to Ken.
Ken's self-aware. Ken knows that sex sells, and that's why Ken said this. The first picture I took was of that because it obviously looked like a male penis, and I knew I'd get a lot of comments.
You got to take that photo.
Dude, he's got the content, G.
He knows what he's doing.
He straight up said, I'm taking it because it's going to get a lot of comments. And get a lot of comments he did. He said that he admits it likely didn't look very stable and will likely topple soon. Or, quote, go limp, as he puts it.
All right.
This guy's got a joke.
How does global warming affect this? You got to think negatively.
It's already broken.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's toast. He goes on to say, well, it's getting a lot of attention in his hometown, this picture. He said, I'm from Dildo. So imagine if that came into Dildo, how much traction it would get. It got traction in Dildo.
So what is there like is there a GoFundMe to like save this thing?
Like I told you, it's already broken.
Put some fans on it.
Its candle burned out long before its legend ever will.
I wish they had like a camera on it as it just slowly melted, and you could do something with it. Maybe throw a candle in the wind behind it. Tiny Dancer.
No,
a number of songs.
It didn't naturally go away, Dave. They actually caught a guy from Midlothian trying to shove it into a fish at a fishing tournament, so that it would weigh more.
Shout out Flounder.
There's a picture further down the article from a distance, and it looks even more like a dick in that picture.
It is quite remarkable.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Keep going, Randy.
Good job, Randy.
Oh yeah. I mean,
we memed it. Somebody memed it.
That's the one right there I'm talking about.
Let's peep the memes.
It's how does it? I don't understand how this iceberg even like exists in this capacity. Do icebergs float around like a lot, or do they kind of stay in like one general place due to currents and stuff?
You're asking the wrong
I
guy.
think with global warming, Dylan, climate change, then yeah, I think that they do move around. I don't know that for sure though, but they probably do.
You know, unless you believe the conspiracy theorists out there that an iceberg sunk that one cruise ship a long time ago, people died.
That would be the worst way to go if your vessel ran into this.
The big ice dildo.
Because like the captain and like had like everybody up there was like, dude, look at this fucking thing. Look at this iceberg. Does that look like? Okay, go get a camera. Next thing you know, boom, you're fucking freezing.
Just spears the side of your ship.
One of my friends still calls me dildo. Don't like it.
I don't like that either. That word. I have no issue with the word, but I don't like calling people.
See,
that.
my name's Dylan. D-I-L.
It seems very insulting.
I don't like it.
It's worse than a boner.
Oh yeah.
Worse than a chotch. No offense.
It stinks, man.
It's honestly just low hanging fruit.
It is.
Like you got to just tell your friend that he's probably better than that.
Like, come on, man.
Is he better than that? Else. Is he better than that? Because that's like the lowest hanging fruit you can do for.
He's a pretty funny guy, but he's very much a dry humor kind of guy. He's low energy.
Huh?
What's up, dildo?
Sounds like my kind of guy. Well, shout out to Ken. How many followers do you have, Randy? Let's
Ken
click
Pretty.
Maybe not. Oh, it's his Facebook. Never mind. This is my fault. Don't go to Facebook. Okay, now I know too much about Ken.
Yeah,
he's got kids.
I saw his family.
Yeah,
why did Randy?
It's weird.
Randy had already requested him.
It's my fault.
Yeah, now we've seen the dildo man's family. It's just not the same. Kind of ruined the whole segment. Kind of ruined the whole fucking segment, huh?
No, it's all right. We still had fun.
Oh.
I just don't see us coming back from that. What a fucking awful time for my laptop to die
You literally slammed laptop shut.
on a Monday morning.
Wow.
I'm
That's
worried
one of
about.
those
I'm
days,
legitimately
man.
worried about this laptop. It's already been having issues.
Open it up.
What it did today was something I had never seen before on any computer.
I can go get some rice or something, maybe, to put it in.
No, well, let's try rebooting it first.
Or you could just unplug it for a while.
Hey, when you call customer service for like your internet company or Wi-Fi, and they're like, "All right, just unplug the router for 30 seconds." Do you actually do 30 seconds?
I've always heard 10. 10's the number. 10's the reset
I
number.
feel like AT&T was like 30, whatever the number is. They're like, has to be this number.
It's the longest
Okay.
30 seconds of your day.
You're just sitting there, and
I
you're
mean,
like,
Dave, I hate to break this to you.
Mhm.
I'm about to hit you some breaking news. They know how long you do it for. They can see on their end.
Yeah,
So like you're not helping yourself by doing it for less.
yeah, I know. I'm
Okay.
just seeing if y'all do that.
You
Yeah.
can see it on their
Yes.
end.
Like one time she was like, "Sir, please unplug it and don't plug it back in for X amount of seconds." And I unplugged it and immediately plugged it back in. And she was like, "I know that it's on right now. Can you please turn it off?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Like, how am I motivated enough to call them and then not follow the steps that they tell me to do?" That's what I always wonder.
I'm just waiting for him to send me a new router or something. Like, just send me the new updated modem or whatever the fuck. You know how it is.
I don't know the difference between a modem and a router.
No one really does.
The router routes it.
Can you someone tell me why I need a router?
No.
Like I truly don't know.
Like Randy's upset over there.
Dude, Randy's fucking
Randy's on day 2 of his hangover, so he's in a bad way.
I'm surprised you're not worse right now, Randy. What?
I'm fine. I
Don't-
told you yesterday, I had a complete day to do nothing yesterday. I got to nap. I got to just finish Outer Banks. I went on a nice little hot girl walk. It was great.
What a hot girl walk.
Tell me you don't listen to Retail Therapy without telling me.
Thank you, Randy. I didn't want to have to dunk on Dylan like
Okay.
that. What'd your hot girl walk include? Did you listen to music?
Listen to music. Walk to HEB. Pop the top. Try to get some sun. Sweat
Fuck
it out.
yeah.
You're walking down Brody.
Oh yeah.
I just doxed him.
Damn, dude. Cause a car wreck. A 7-car pileup with that business going on.
Chill out. Chill out.
Let those puppies out.
Gotta watch out, man. Those buses, they'll stop and pick people up. Don't get caught behind them.
All right.
Well,
Hey, your day's gonna get better, Will. I feel it for you, man.
I'm having just a very fragmented, tough one today.
No, you're gonna be fine. We got Meme Town later. We're gonna get shit popping.
We're gonna have a weird week.
Ooh, we can put on the LA Phil on the YouTube in there. See if anybody.
Do they have that live performance from her being there?
Oh, maybe. We can add some. We can add some audio.
Woo wee.
That's
Chill
the
out.
noise.
Oh, you got a big week coming up.
Yeah, next week's gonna be a weird week, programming wise, guys. Since we got a few extra minutes at the end of this episode, let's talk this out. I'm not gonna be here Wednesday, Thursday next week.
We're gonna miss you, man.
I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm truly gonna miss you guys.
Tell the folks where you're gonna be.
We're gonna be Barrett and I. If you haven't already, go do this. Check out the Instagram stories at or whatever. Go to Retail Therapy and sign up to go to the event in New York City for the Retail Therapy event. And if you're going to the Kentucky Derby and you see us, please yell our names because we will say hi to you. But I apologize. I'm not going to be around the next week for a while, and I apologize. I would love to be here, but gotta go get some shit done remotely.
Duty calls. You're going for work, man. You guys are gonna have fun.
Really scared that Dylan's not going to be there to keep me under control.
I'm gonna have to.
I don't trust Brett.
I'm gonna have to give Brett my my playbook for you.
Yeah, I think you have to give it to Barrett.
Okay.
I don't trust Brett to
Yeah.
follow that playbook.
I'll give it to Barrett.
If anything, I think Brett's most likely to buy me the mint julep that takes me over the edge.
Are you gonna get one of those $1,000 ones?
Well, is it a company card kind of thing, or is this
No.
one of those things that I would have to do out of pocket?
This is on you, player.
Nah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have exactly one mint julep. Those things treat me tough. They taste amazing, but that's the
They are
problem.
good. Heavy bourbon, Dave. The mint julep.
Don't think I've ever had one. Sound delightful.
You'd like it.
Enough confession.
It's bourbon forward. It's not your typical Pappy Mountain Dew, but it's close.
Mm.
It's close.
Okay.
All right.
Can we call it?
Yep.
I'm gonna go to the Genius Bar. See you guys later.
Bye.